All right. Can you? No, I cannot upload copies of the IELTS Cambridge exams on the site. Does everybody understand that that's illegal? All right. I can't do that. No, I cannot send you the map, everybody. I can't send you the map. I know in your countries sometimes this stuff might not be illegal, but I can't give you the Cambridge stuff. I can't do that. Okay? Everybody, please stop sending me private messages asking me to send that. I cannot do that. Okay? There are reasons why. I would love to be able to give you stuff, but I cannot do that. Okay. Ibrahim, you cannot. Ibrahim asked me a question. Can I take a marker to highlight? No. What you have to do is get in the habit of using a pencil to underline or draw a box around, right? Draw a box around things. But that's why I really believe that you should practice how you're going to do things on the real exam. If you're practicing at home using a highlighter and then you go and take the real exam and try to use a pencil, you're going to mess yourself up. Okay, because you haven't been practicing the way you need to do on the real exam. So you can't bring in a highlighter. You got to use a pencil. Okay. All right. So I am in section 2 about traffic changes. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with the audio. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. All right. We're going to do 11 through 13. And then I'm going to go into the map will be next. But first, you have to do 11 through 13. Please try to remember what I said earlier about first, you want to look at the key words that we're looking for. I'm looking for changes needed, right? Changes needed. Why? Why changes needed? Okay, why are changes needed for the traffic? That's the language that's going to point me to the answer choice. Residents complained about, right? That's what I'm looking for, right? Survey is easy to remember. According to the speaker, one problem with new regulations or one problem with regulations. That's what I'm listening for. Okay. So it's very, very important. See what makes the difference. What makes the difference between section 2 and 3? In section 2, you're only might have 3 multiple choice questions. When you get to section 3, you might have 6 or 7 multiple choice questions, like just like this, but it will be 6 or 7 questions. Okay, it'll be 6 or 7 questions. And so again, we got to be able to, first step is, some people say, should I be looking at what's in the answer choices also? First step is get through 11, 12, and 13 and pull out what's the keyword language to listen for the answer. Then if you still have time, go back to number 11 and start looking at some of the keywords there. But remember, the correct answer is going to use synonym language. Okay? Right? We're in sections 2, 3, and 4. The correct answer choice will use synonym language. Okay, I'm going to play it. Let's go ahead and get started.
That is the end of section 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
All right, excuse me.
To section 2.
All right, here it comes now.
Section 2. You will hear the chairman of the Highways Committee of Cranford speaking to members of the public about proposed changes to traffic and parking in the area. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 13. Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 13.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Phil Sutton, and I'm chairman of the Highways Committee. We've called this meeting to inform members of the public about the new regulations for traffic and parking we're proposing for Granford. I'll start by summarising these changes before we open the meeting to questions. So, why do we need to make these changes to traffic systems in Granford? Well, we're very aware that traffic is becoming an increasing problem. It's been especially noticeable with the increase in heavy traffic while they've been building the new hospital. But it's the overall rise in the volume of traffic of all kinds that's concerning us. To date, there's not been any increase in traffic accidents, but that's not something we want to see happen, obviously. We recently carried out a survey of local residents, and their responses were interesting. People were very concerned about the lack of visibility on some roads due to cars parked along the sides of the roads. We'd expected complaints about the congestion near the school when parents are dropping off their children or picking them up. But this wasn't top of the list, and nor were noise and fumes from trucks and lorries, though they were mentioned by some people. We think these new traffic regulations would make a lot of difference, but we still have a long way to go. We've managed to keep our proposals within budget, just so they can be covered by the council. But of course it's no good introducing new regulations if we don't have a way of making sure that everyone obeys them. And that's an area we're still working on with the help of representatives from the police force.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, what is the answer for number 11? Please type 11 and A or B or C. Somebody said A, somebody said B, somebody said B. All right. Correct answer is B. All right. So what did the person say? The person say, how do we recognize the language? So he said, why do we need to make changes? Right? That's what he said. Why do we need to make changes? So when he said, why do we need to make changes? Our ears should go up. Right? Now the answer is B, and this is what he said. But a lot of times answers follow the word but. Okay? But its overall rise is concerning us. Its overall rise is concerning us. Right? He didn't say, but its overall rise is concerning us. All right? That's synonym language here. Right? Now, some people chose A, and they chose A because they heard the word traffic and they heard the word accident, but they said what? The accidents have not risen. But a lot of people would pick A because they heard the word accidents. All right, but its overall rise is concerning us. Okay, that means that our correct answer that we should have chosen is B. right? B is our correct answer choice. Choice B. All right, number 12. Excuse me, number 12. Right? All right, some of you are getting much better at doing it, which is very good. All right, so what did they say? All right, listen to what they said. I remember I'm listening for. It says, residents complained about, right? That's what I'm listening for. What did they say? Residents complained about. People are very concerned with. People are very concerned with. And what are people very concerned with? Right? They said lack of visibility due to cars parked. Right, lack of visibility due to cars parked. All right, now, this is what you all should have recognized. Right, remember I told you your correct answer has to use synonym language. Right, so this is what I need you guys to start doing, which with some of you that are getting it wrong. Right, they said directly the word parents, but was there any synonym language for the word dangerous, or anything related to the word dangerous? You heard them say the exact word truck. You heard them say the direct word lorry, right? But they said there was no noise pollution. There was none, no noise. They didn't even say the word pollution. There was no noise problem. But what a lot of you guys are doing is you hear the word truck or you hear the word lorry or you hear the word parent and you're picking an answer. And that's not how you do it, right? When they say inconvenience, that's the same thing as saying lack of visibility, right? From, due to. Okay, you see how the correct answer is using synonym language. All right, the correct answer is using synonym language. All right, one moment, everybody. Okay, all right, it's okay. Somebody next door is, I don't know what they're doing to their house, but they're hammering or something. Okay, number 13. What did you guys get for number 13? Does anybody have 13? All right. 13 is B. Very, very good. 13 is B. All right. They said it was no good if no way to make them. I'm paraphrasing. They said it's no good if there's no way to make them obey. Right? Synonym language is finding a way to make people follow them. No good if it's no good if no way to make them obey. You heard them say the word police, right? But that wasn't the problem. Okay, what was the problem with the new regulations? The problem is there's no good way if there's no way to make them obey it. So correct answer is B. All right, so to back up, C was the correct answer here, and B was the correct answer here. All right, so Everybody, we're going to have a 5-minute pause, and then I'll be right back, okay? 5 minutes.